Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, it's wonderful to have you. If you're returning, it's great to see you again. In today's video, what you'll receive is my channeled message, plus a page from the Daily Angel Guidance book, and also a card from the Healing Oracle Love Deck. Please note, before I get into this message, this is a group message, so it may not resonate with you today, and that's simply okay. Come back and visit me tomorrow where it may be more aligned with what you need to know. Fear of rejection. How does that actually impact our adult life, having fear of rejection? Are you actually consciously aware if you have fear of rejection? Do you know where that fear of rejection is connected to? Where does it stem from? Why do you have fear of rejection? Especially if it's debilitating you on a daily basis. So let's get into the message, shall we? Fear of rejection. How does fear of rejection impact you? It can affect your self-worth, self-esteem, self-confidence, also greatly impacting your emotional and mental state of being on a daily basis. Were you aware of that? Like consciously aware. How many things have you not done or opportunities not taken, all due to fear of rejection? So it could be that if you thought you were going to do something, say you've gone with friends and you're going through a high rope course, and this is coming from my story, right? And fear of rejection was that if I get up there, I'm going to be laughed at and I'm going to feel outed. Does that make sense? There may be something in your life that's what's happened with you. And also, opportunities. What opportunities have you not taken because in fear of what other people are going to say? Are they still going to like you? Are they going to are they going to criticize you if you take that opportunity? So deep down, does that plant a seed of, if I take this opportunity, I'm no longer going to be accepted maybe in my friends group or from the herd? We are a herd mentality. Whether you want to like it or not, that is what's very evident. We like to be liked. That's a human nature. It's something, is ingrained in us. And you may not agree with that, and that's okay. That's just what I've heard, what I've read. So I just wanted to share that. Rejection can be quite debilitating. Why does rejection impact so deeply in our adulthood? Why does it? And, some of you may not even be consciously aware that fear of rejection is what's holding you back. And it's what I'm saying is contributing to holding you back. I'm not saying that it's its whole reason, okay? It's just maybe one other contributing factor and limiting your belief in self. Now, for some of you, you may not be consciously aware that fear of rejection is contributing to the way that you feel, and that's okay. So maybe it doesn't resonate with you, all right? However, if you do decide to do some internal work, just ask yourself out loud, what am I fearful of? And if you've got fears, what are your fears? And maybe you just haven't put fear of rejection and identified that that's part of the contributing factor. And that's okay, because I'm not about labels, as you all know that. But maybe some of the symptoms resonate with you, yeah? Of fear of rejection, if that makes sense. Or actions. So what is rejection, right? It's dismissing or refusing. And this is a definition, okay? The action of spurning a person's affections. Now, I had to look up spurning, I'm going to own it, which the word was push away. So the action of pushing away a person's affections, so resisting, yeah? The act of being ostracized from the tribe. Now, that was what was the dictionary, and I'm going to say ostracized from the herd. Outed, like you pushed out. And it's the herd, meaning friends, family, work colleagues, and even have you ever gone to a party and you just don't feel like you fit in? You know, that was me a lot of years ago. I would go to social events, I would go to parties, I would even go to, personal development courses. And I just didn't feel like I fitted in, which is ostracized, but it's self-imposed ostracized, okay? It's not that anyone there made me feel that way. And so I would always sit at the back and almost endeavor to be invisible. And that is a fear of rejection. Because if I became present and visible, what if someone rejected me? What if they looked at me a funny way? How did that make me feel? Judged, right? Rejected, right? I wasn't good enough. That's all part of rejection. So instead of I had that fear of rejection, I hid and became invisible. So there was no way that I could have felt rejected. Does that make sense? I felt I wanted to explain a little bit more because some of you I may not have been clear enough in what really fear of rejection is, and you're saying, no, I don't have it. Maybe that situation that I just shared with you absolutely resonates and you're now going, that is absolutely how I feel. When I go to a party, I stand back. I don't just go and say hello to people because they may reject me. They may look at me a funny way and I feel it and it's like, I'm not prepared for that. That was the old me. Now I don't care. And I'm going to say, no, I shouldn't say now I don't care. There are moments where I'm still impacted by it, absolutely. And I'm going to share why. I'll keep continuing with that. But I just wanted to go over that a little bit. And did you know that there are different types of rejection? There's social rejection, so really bullying. That you're outed from social groups, you're outed from friends, you're outed from society, meaning, like I said, going to a course, a workshop, and you feel rejected. There's a fear there that you're not going to be accepted in this group, yeah? Family rejection, meaning you may have come from an abusive household that you feel your parents didn't have enough time for you. Family rejection, feeling like you didn't live up to people's expectations, yeah, within the family, your parents, meaning you were rejected because you didn't live up to their expectations or your own self-imposed expectations from what you think they wanted you to be. I hope that makes sense. Emotional rejection is massive. Now, this is emotional rejection from a relationship where you feel that you've been, as it says here, the actions of being pushed away a person's affections. You may have gone towards your partner and they've pushed you away, or even you wanted to be intimate and you got pushed away. That's emotional rejection that can actually impact you long term. And you may not be consciously aware of it. It could be from friends that you've been emotionally rejected, yeah? You went to hug them and you feel like they couldn't be bothered. Family, same thing. Emotional rejection is it cuts quite deep, yeah? And then there's professional rejection, meaning in your workplace that you feel outed from work colleagues. You feel like you have been rejected on a promotion, yeah? There's all these different things that goes around. Can you imagine, there are some of you maybe watching this that you go to work and you just feel like you don't fit in, that there are certain groups within work that don't like you. That feeling of rejection, guess what? You're going to focus on the people that you feel don't like you or that have rejected you rather than the ones who care and really you connect with. Take a moment and really feel what I've just shared. Is that your truth? That so much of where you don't fit in, and this is so much in regards to the social and family. What consumes your thoughts? Where you don't fit in or where you do fit in? Where you've been rejected or where you've been loved? What's consuming? For most of you, especially in the professional space, because we spend so much time at work, right? It's a lot of our life. And if you don't feel like you fit in from a particular group that, maybe you really have worked on that and it's no longer consuming you, well done. It's not bloody easy. However, as I say, that there's so much in our external environment that says focus on the negative. So of course that's what we're instantly going to do. Yeah? So they're the 4 different types of rejection. So what drives your fear of rejection? What's the cause? Why? Why, for some of you watching this, is it so debilitating for you? Why is it consuming you where you're not living life freely, where you're not putting yourself out there, the real you, because of the fear of rejection? Yeah? Worried about what people are going to say. That's a massive one. And that is fear of rejection, people. That's the connection. If you're worried about what people are going to say or think about you, that is fear of rejection, massively. What have you suppressed from your younger self that still triggers fear of rejection for you in your adult life? Meaning, there will be a little situation where someone may say something or you feel that they're speaking about you. And if there is something suppressed from your childhood, whether you were bullied or you endured, your parents maybe really, you felt they were putting you down, or maybe at school that you were made to feel stupid, whatever it is, or friends teased you, has all that been healed? Because if it hasn't, what happens is when something in your adult life you may be worried about, that someone is speaking about you or you're not liked, it is heightened, it is multiplied, because you're dragging that suppressed feeling again, and that's coming with it. And so it's compounding your reaction to what's transpiring today in your adult life. I hope that makes sense. It's time to go inward and identify which rejection feels right for you. Which rejection is it? Social, family, emotional, or professional rejection that's really mainly impacting you? And I'm going to say, for most likely, you may find it's connected to family and emotional rejection. And I'm speaking about the stuff that you've suppressed. Yeah? It's stemming from the family rejection, feeling rejected from family, not good enough. You could have been brought up in an abusive environment. So these are the really things. And emotional, that you feel love was held back, or that you wanted love and it was rejected. There wasn't enough time for you. Okay? They're generally the 2 core fear of rejection that it's connected to. So the steps of this are identify, rise, so bring it to the surface, allow it to rise to the surface. I want you to feel the emotion of that fear of rejection. I want you to heal, which can be in the form of visual, crying, angry, whatever emotion is attached, and really feel it, and then throw it out, release it. And there are steps to do that. And if you'd like to know, that's part of what I do with working with my clients, is we go through those steps to really once and for all rid all the suppressed stuff. Get it up to the surface and throw that shit out. Yeah? This process takes time. It's important that you only feel your way through the healing process. Everything is about feeling, inner, vertical. Remember that. No thinking. No thinking about what you need to heal and how you need to heal it. And, oh, yeah, I think I felt bad about that. No. Tell your thoughts to shut up. Visual emotion, and I mean about getting angry or crying, I want you to feel it. Most likely will rise. And for some people, they tend to push it back down. They don't feel comfortable, or they worry that they're not going to stop. If you're pushing it back down, guess what you're doing? You're resuppressing that emotion that it comes so close to rising to the surface to throw out. Why would you do that? Why? Make sure that if you're going to, as an assistance, is before you decide to take yourself through this process, make sure that you have someone in your close proximity that you're able to share that load with if it becomes too overwhelming for you. And if it need be, contact me. Contact me, reach out to me. Because sometimes the emotion can become so overwhelming, and I don't want you sitting in it for a long period of time. But if you have someone that you can share with, it often assists you to release it much faster. Does that make sense? And that's okay. Allow yourself to feel the emotions once and for all, as it makes it faster and far easier to then release it. So throw it away, yeah? Fear of judgment may still present itself in the future, yeah? I'm not saying we'll rid it forever once we heal. That is not what I am saying. Can you totally rid that feeling? I'm leaving that question up to you. I'm not about giving you my opinion, all right? It may just be part of our human makeup. It may just be part of who we are. So it's always there. However, it's less impactful if we rid the past suppressed trauma that started that fear of rejection, yeah? So, however, with less suppressed pain for it to trigger, and for us to be far more consciously aware when fear of judgment endeavors to take us out. And that's a practice. That's knowing that when you have a fear of someone speaking about you or someone doesn't like you, is actually acknowledging that, consciously acknowledging that and going, yeah, I'm worried about that they don't like me. Say it out loud, because now it's in your conscious awareness, full pelt. And then ask yourself, why does that matter? Why does it matter to you that they don't like you? Are they someone that you want to have in your life? Are they someone you want in your proximity? Sometimes we really need to ask the hard questions. And, you know, I've spoke about FOMO. Isn't FOMO coming into play, that your fear of missing out if you're not friends with that particular person? Have you got FOMO if you're feeling like you're not able to go to all family functions, or if two friends catch up and you weren't invited? Do you have FOMO? That is also connected to fear of rejection. Why didn't they invite me? How many times you've asked that question? Or why didn't I get that promotion? What's wrong with me? What's that fear of rejection? Yeah? So it's really important to identify and understand what fear of rejection is, all the different fears, what rejection actually means, and I don't want to say the symptoms. There's got to be a better word. But what does that cause for you? Yeah? How do you react to that? And my throat's going, so I'm wondering what's there. Oh, okay. It's just come through for me to actually share. For such a long period of time, I had a fear of rejection with doing these videos. And as you can see, if you've watched some of my videos, there's some certain topics that I absolutely share that I have trepidation and I have fear of that. And what that fear is, that's fear of judgment. That's fear that people aren't going to like me because of what I've shared. Yeah? And that's absolutely okay. However, I overcame that fear of judgment. The fear was there, and it's like, you know what comes will come. I have no expectation that everybody must like what I share. I am going to ruffle some feathers. I have a different perspective. It's not an opinion. And it may not resonate with some people, and it may frustrate some people. I have come, and you know, if the email comes, I will work through it there and then. And the biggest thing for me is to come from a place of respect. If someone is unhappy with what I have shared, I'm going to respect their opinion or their thoughts or their feelings or their emotions around what I shared. Right? It's not about me. It's not about the person, the human that I am. It's what I said that has impacted them. And that's where I keep consciously saying to myself, I keep reaffirming, it's not about me. What I shared, my actions, is what's impacted them. It's not me, the human, Katarina. And when we can really consciously keep saying that to self, it really does assist with the fear of judgment. But it's a conscious awareness practice even for myself. Kat, it's not about you. They're not happy with what you've shared. That's okay. Respect it. Everybody has different perspectives. And I absolutely respect that. I'm not saying it's not going to still hit and hurt. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is it's not going to take me out. It's not going to stop me from sharing what I channel. That's what I'm saying. And I hope that that resonates with you, where you can actually go, okay, I've got some tools. Yeah? Now, if you like this video so far, I'd be so grateful if you would like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload tomorrow's Cat's message. The more likes, the more interaction, and if you want to send a comment, please do, because the more interaction I get with my videos gets me to be seen on a far broader scale. Therefore, my messages and what I channel is able to reach people that may need what I have to share. So it's all about, one of my missions is about the ripple effect. And so let's create some massive waves. Let's give people an opportunity to be exposed to a different way of healing, coming from a different perspective. So I would be extremely grateful if you would do that for me. All right, let's keep moving on to the book. What does the page have for us today? Visualize angels. And I'm actually saying, visualize itself, but really the angels are about the people in your close proximity that can assist you through this healing journey of really finding what you've suppressed, or the fear of judgment that you've suppressed, and really work your way through healing it and releasing it once and for all. And so visualize your angels. Your angels, I'm not talking about all the flying angels. Yes, for some of you, absolutely that resonates, yes. But we have earth angels, meaning your friends, your family, that you feel really love you unconditionally, that can support you through this, right? Visualize them with you through your healing journey. And you may not want to just visualize, you actually may want the physical sense. Does that make sense? Okay, before I read this page, if you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath. Just so you can absorb the words from this beautiful message. One way to communicate with us angels is through images that you hold in your mind's eye. When you visualize us in the same way as summoning us to your side. Take some time today to become very still, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and picture many angels surrounding you. So for those of you who aren't into angels, the friends, the family that you love and adore and that mean the world to you, visualize them around you, okay? That's the other option for you, that they're surrounding you with love, yeah? Envision talking to us, to them, and pouring your heart out and receiving love, wisdom, support, and guidance. Absolutely. So you may want to do this on an actual physical level. So call them, see them face to face, not phone call, okay? It's face to face. It doesn't matter how detailed your visualization is, because your intention or connecting with us always yields successful results. So those of you may want to do the visualization, and some of you may want to do the physical form, yeah? Even if you're unaware of them, remember that we're conscious of your every thought and feeling, even if you can't hear us yet. We love you unconditionally, and we are eternally patient. I love that. Absolutely. And for some of you who are really into visualization, use this tool, yeah? And for some of you who are not, those of you who are not, go inward. Really quieten your mind and just hear what your body is saying to you. Your gut, all your suppressed things will show itself. However, you need to sit still. You need to be quiet. You need to quieten your mind, yeah? Thought for today. I visualize angels surrounding me, friends surrounding me, healing, uplifting, guiding, protecting, and loving me. I talk with my angels all day, or friends, telling them everything and always asking for assistance. So for those of you who are on the holistic path, do that. Tap into whoever it is you need to tap into, your guides, your angels, people who have passed, whatever resonates with you, and make sure you ask for the guidance support. That's all. Honestly, that's the core of the message, is that, as I said about the healing, make sure that for some of you it could be quite painful. Make sure that you have people in your close proximity that you know that are going to be there to support you through this healing process. Yeah, it's really important. Some of you may not need the physical person. You know, your guides, your angels are going to absolutely assist you and guide you and support you to get through this. So that is just a beautiful, gentle reminder. And I always want to offer that analytical for those of you who aren't holistic or spiritual, whatever word works for you, that I'm giving you the tangible human, tool, that's the word, and support, and really giving you another option. Yeah. All right, today we had 2 cards. First card that jumped, Trilogy of Light. Absolutely. You know, there is light at the end of the tunnel for some of you. And it's about the healing process. And I see, you know, 3, and it's about you take the step, you do the healing, let it rise to the surface, and then you can release it. That's what I see through this card. But Trilogy of Light is also, I feel for some of you, that the fear of judgment has really, really almost disabled you. And I use that in a beautiful term, that it's held you back so greatly because of the fear of what people think. And that is fear of, you know, rejection. Yeah? Absolutely. We worry so much about what others think and say because we're fear of being rejected or outed from the herd. Meaning the family, our group of friends, society, you know, work. If you're going to a course, there's such a fear, but it's time. Imagine if, yeah, like I said to you, those fears still come up for me, but they're not debilitating. I'm able to identify them pretty much straight away and go, no, just do it, Kat. And I'm all about whatever the consequence is, I'll deal with the consequence when it hits, and maybe there isn't even going to be a consequence. So why am I wanting to take myself out? Okay? Trilogy of Light. Let's go onto the card. What does a card have for us today? Where is it? Oh, here we go. So if you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath with me as I read the card that jumped out. So meaning, you know, they really want you to know this. The image on the card, here we go, symbolizes a template of creation, abstract energy spiraling into formation, drops down into the consciousness. So they're coming from this way, yeah? So I went that way. For me, this is what's suppressed and it's come to the consciousness. And they're saying the other way. That's okay. Into the consciousness. If you have chosen this card today, be aware that the wheel is set in motion. I love that. An abstract idea that you've had floating around in your subconscious is about to surface into your conscious mind. Pay attention to new ideas over the coming days. One of these ideas is a seed for the beginning of something completely new. So for some of you, that absolutely is truth. And for others, it's not about an idea. It's that you will find your truth. You will absolutely come to the realization that some things that are holding you back is the fear of judgment. Right? And it's not judgment, it's the fear of rejection. I'm getting the days mixed up. So what is the fear of rejection holding you back from going forward with this idea? Oh, okay. It's beautiful. There is some of you that the fear of rejection is, there are things you want to do, but the fear of rejection is what's holding you back. And for others, absolutely what this is about, it's not the idea, it's more about you identifying what actually has been holding you back, which is fear of rejection. And now you've got the tools within this video to assist you on a way to really rid that. So that is really what's come up for that. All right. Answered prayer. We spoke about angels. This is a beautiful angel. I love the artwork on these cards. They're stunning. And as you can see, and I hope you can, the butterfly. And there's a butterfly at the neck. Can you see that? That there is your throat chakra. Now, I'm a Reiki master. So what are you holding suppressed in your gut that is stopping you from speaking your truth in order to move forward? What fear of rejection is sitting there that's holding you back, that you've suppressed, that needs to come up to the surface so you can really live your true and authentic life? What you want. Not living the life that you feel limited or restricted by because of the fear of rejection. Yeah? It's a beautiful card. Your answers are your prayers are answered. Answered prayers. What is it you want? If you are not clear on that, this is absolutely saying it is time to get very clear on what you want in life. Maybe fear of rejection is holding you back, but how can you step forward if you don't know where you're stepping forward to? Does that make sense? Because that's what's coming up for me with this. It's so important that you have clarity on the direction of where you want to go. Because if we don't have clarity and we don't really know what we want in the future, it is really hard to heal, because you're going, well, what for? You don't know, you're not doing things intentionally. And so it really does assist you. For some of you, I'm getting, really get the clarity on what you want. Don't limit yourself by the fear of rejection, that you're choosing what you want moving forward because it's safe. Does that make sense? I don't want safe. I want you to just go, if I had no fears and if I didn't give a damn about anyone and if I had no limits, nothing, you can get up and do whatever the hell you want every day, what would it be? What would it be? If you didn't care what people thought or were going to say, what would you do? Who would you become? Because it's time. All right, let's go to the page. Gee, that was really, I hope that that's given you a perspective you'd not thought about. All right, answered prayer. Let's close our eyes, take a deep breath. Oh, here we go. The universe is listening and has heard your call for assistance. Your prayers will soon be answered. Expect a pleasant surprise in the coming weeks. The butterfly angel depicted on this card reflects the positive transformation now taking place. And it was over the gut. Love, 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 love that. She has heard your heartfelt whispers. She knows your dreams, your fears and concerns. She now answers, listen and allow. She will fill your heart with love and joy and remind you that you are never alone. Embrace her with your new wings of light. She loves you unconditionally with a love that spans all time and space. She responds to every heartfelt call. I love that. And we were speaking, and I spoke earlier about find someone in your close proximity that can be there to support you. You know, in the message it spoke about angels, right? Call on your angels. And then we get an angel card. If there is not a theme, I don't know what is. This is a certainty. It's affirmation. And, you know, in this message, it said you're unconditionally loved. And I spoke about, you know, emotional rejection. So stop focusing on the people that don't unconditionally love you and draw yourself to the people that do. Because they're the ones that are going to best serve you to heal moving forward. I speak to some of my clients and I said to them, who's in your close proximity? Are the people in your close proximity serving you negatively or positively? You decide. So I get them to do homework. And they then have to write a list. This is not about dismissing people in your life. It's not about no longer being friends with people. It is about building a bubble around you. So while you're on your healing journey, so the people that are in your close proximity serve you positively and assist you to grow and heal, right? If you've got people that in your close proximity when you're on the healing journey that are disserving you and making you feel not so good about yourself at times, why would you keep them in your close proximity while you're on the healing journey? I'm not saying to delete them. I'm saying just distance yourself for a while. Protect yourself. Because if you're on a healing journey, we need to keep that energy up high. And so people in your close proximity can really assist you in doing that. But if you have people around you that may even make you feel rejected, guess what they keep doing? They keep cementing that feeling. They keep pushing that feeling back down. Why would you do that? It is so important to be mindful of who you've got in your tribe. I always say I vibe with my tribe. That's why I don't work with everybody that contacts me. It is very important and it matters to me that I am the right person for them. Some people are not open to the way that I work, and I absolutely respect that. Because I'm a no fluff, no BS coach. And I push damn hard. But I'm about getting results quick. I don't want to see people more than a year regularly. And it's not about them, it's that I want them to go and take the tools and go and live their best life. I'm not seeing people for 13 years. No way. I'm not seeing people for 5 years. Not regularly. I might see them once every quarter, once a year. And it's almost like a check-in, like a doctor's check-in. They're just checking how their mental and emotional state is. Is everything cool? Is there anything that they've suppressed? They just want to check it out. Okay, I'm not going to keep going. I feel that I have gone long enough on this video, but I hope that it has given you some clarity. I hope that you've gained something little from today. And I hope that you really have discovered that you matter. You matter. You are your most valuable asset, so invest in you every day. And if it means watching these videos and doing the work and the tools and rewatching it and writing things down, then do that. If it's going to assist you, do what you know that works for you. Yeah? I want to thank you for spending your time with me, as I absolutely respect your time is valuable. So thank you. If you enjoyed today's video, I would be so grateful if you would like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload tomorrow's cat's message of the day. So be sure to do your homework. Be sure to rewatch this, take the tools, and really feel your way through your healing journey. Yeah? Not think. Don't think your way through it, because it's not going to lead you to your truth. Yeah? So for today, take care.